The key to spiritual enlightenment and personal transformation is the shadow self. Your shadow or your dark side is that hidden part of you that exists in the deepest levels of your subconscious. This is where our deepest core beliefs exist. This is where our repressed thoughts, memories, fears, and desires exist. And this is where true spiritual work is done. See, when you study psychology and look into a lot of people that are abusive or violent, a lot of times they were victims of abuse themselves at a young age. And that abuse that they suffered usually creates an imprint in their subconscious mind, and that negative energy gets stored in their etheric body. Now, since you can't rationally understand what you're going through as a child, you just lock those memories away and suppress them. Over time, those suppressed emotions can manifest themselves in the form of anger issues, drug addictions, or personality disorders. And a lot of people have relationship issues because they have mommy and daddy issues, not feeling loved, abandonment issues, lack of emotional support. See, all of these things can cause long-term psychological effects for some people. See, the shadow is the part of ourselves that we try to hide. We don't want to deal with it because it's uncomfortable and it threatens our ego. See, the person that people perceive themselves to be is often a trauma response based on unresolved shadow work. So you have to analyze the things you don't like about yourself and the things that trigger you to actually do shadow work. You have to deconstruct who you are on a psycho-spiritual level. Every effect has a cause. There's a reason why certain people become addicts or serial killers. And a lot of times it's because the shadow self hasn't been dealt with or integrated, and it overtakes the ego. See, your traumas and suppressed emotions can consume you if you don't do the work. You have to let go of the energetic ties that you have to all the negativity in your past. You have to let go of the grudges. You have to let go of the false expectations and beliefs. You have to let go of the beliefs about yourself that's not in alignment with your higher self. And it's not easy to do. You may have to change your diet. You may have to start exercising. You may have to get Reiki work done. You may have to connect with your ancestors or see a psychic. You may have to take therapy. Like, this is a whole process. Meditation can help. For some people, psychedelics can help. But it's really just about being honest and being able to objectively look at yourself and admit to your own flaws and mistakes, and also to forgive yourself. That's one of the biggest things, forgiving yourself for the trauma that you put yourself through. Because only you can heal yourself. Only you can forgive yourself and truly love yourself. Once you can see what's inside of you that's causing the depression, the anxiety, the lack of confidence, and the lack of motivation, now you can work on it. See, most people aren't spiritually aware enough to even look outside of their ego. Most narcissists don't know that they're narcissists. Most toxic people don't know that they're toxic because they can't see beyond their ego. They lack the consciousness and self-awareness. And some people are so egocentric that if they did delve into their shadow self, some people wouldn't make it out. See, introspection is a gift. Like me, for example, there was a time when I suffered from low self-esteem, depression, and I was in an unhealthy relationship with myself. So I had to go into my mind and release myself from the past pain and trauma. So I had to forgive my parents. I had to heal my inner child. I had to look at myself and see that I was antisocial because I was hurt by people in the past. I had to admit that there were personality traits about myself that were harmful to me and others, and consciously decide to work on them and change them, right? I had to admit that I needed to be more understanding of others. I had to realize that how I communicate with others may not always be the best way. I'm just looking at it from my ego and my own perspective. So I had to learn that it's not all about me. See, this is real shadow work, and the shadow self is where our true power really resides.